Our story today speaks about a child who lived in the shelter, grew up poor, and finally he became one of the richest men in the world.
I was brought up very, very poor. My dad died when I was 4 years old. He was a truck driver. He had health problems with his ulcers, and he died at the age of 29. And I spent most of my childhood in foster homes, and a good part of it in a Catholic orphan.
Thomas Stephen Monaghan was born in 1937 in Ann Arbor, Michigan, a suburb of Detroit, to Francis Monaghan, a truck driver, and Anna Geddes Monaghan. The family lived in a small farmhouse built by his father on land purchased from his grandmother. His father died when he was 4 years old, and 2 years later, since his mother earned only $27.50 a week, she was forced to send Monaghan and his brother in 1943 to a Catholic orphanage named St. Joseph Home for Children in Jackson, Michigan. He lived there for 6 years, until his mother was able to reclaim him in 1949. The nuns had a tremendous effect on Monaghan, leading him to consider becoming a priest. At the time, though, he did not have the necessary discipline and was expelled from the seminary. He gained a better sense of discipline by serving 3 years in the U.S. Marine Corps. After successfully completing his 3-year tour of duty in the Marines on July 2, 1959, Monaghan naively invested the $2,000 he had saved for tuition in a get-rich-quick oil scheme. He never saw his money again. Monaghan planned to enroll in University of Michigan in the fall of 1959, and he was accepted. He worked as a delivery manager for the Washington news agency to help pay for his tuition. Monaghan was not successful as a student and dropped out. In 1960, he re-enrolled in the University of Michigan for their spring 1960 term, but he left after only 3 weeks. It seemed as if his dream of becoming an architect was dead, and he was at a loss with what to do with his life. In September 1960, his brother, Jim, heard that a pizza shop in Ypsilanti, Michigan, named Domino'S was for sale by Dominic DeVati was up for sale. The owner was asking $500 plus about $400 in debts. The two brothers gave DeVati a $75 deposit and took out a loan for the rest from the post office credit union. After about 8 months, Jim sold his half of the business to his brother for a 1959 Volkswagen Beetle. The store were losing money, which made Tom to change the policy of the project. He simplified the menu, limited the number of sizes and toppings, set strict standards for ingredients, and offered delivery service in 30 minutes or less. In 1965, after acquiring 2 more stores, Tom changed the name of all 3 of his pizzerias to Domino's Pizza. As the business continued to grow, Monaghan had to face a number of challenges. In 1967, a fire destroyed his anchor store in Ypsilanti, which supplied the other stores with food. Despite all odds, he continued to achieve success and grow, until the number of his branches in 1978 reached more than 200 branches. Then the number increased in 1989 to exceed 5,000 branches. In 1998, after 38 years with Domino's Pizza, Monaghan sold 93% of the company to Bain Capital for $1 billion.